Why do we work? Really? We say we work for money. But if money were the real reason, many people would have left a long time ago. So why do we actually work? Work is no longer just about survival. For most people, it has become something else. A source of meaning, a shield against fear, a way to measure self-worth. That's why two people in the same job can feel completely different about their lives. Before we go any further, these are some reasons that might resonate with you. Maybe not all of them, but probably one or two. Reason 1. Money. Some people work for money to pay bills, support family, buy options and freedom. This is honest and it's valid, but money usually explains why you enter a job, not why you stay unhappy for years. Reason 2. Security. Some people work for security, a stable paycheck, a predictable routine, and knowing what tomorrow looks like. Security reduces anxiety, but it can also reduce movement. Reason 3. Identity. Some people work for identity. The title, the role, the sense of being someone. When work becomes identity, leaving a job feels like losing yourself. Reason 4. Validation. Some people work for validation. Praise, recognition, and being needed. Validation feels good, but when work is the only place you feel valued, you'll accept almost anything to keep it. Reason 5. Structure. Some people work for structure. A reason to wake up, a system that organizes life, a place to belong. This isn't weakness, it's human. Reason 6. Fear. Some people work to avoid fear. Fear of unemployment. Fear of falling behind, and fear of starting over. Fear rarely sounds dramatic, it sounds reasonable. Reason 7. Growth. Some people work for growth, learning challenge and becoming more capable than yesterday. Growth is uncomfortable, but it expands your future. None of these reasons are wrong. The problem isn't why you work. The problem is not knowing which one is driving you. Because different reasons require different choices. If you work for money, you negotiate. If you work for growth, you invest. If you work for security, you protect. But if you work mainly out of fear, you tolerate. And tolerance over time becomes a lifestyle. So ask yourself this: why do you go to work? Not the answer that sounds responsible. Not the answer that sounds impressive. The answer that feels true. Work doesn't just pay you. It reveals your values. Because when one reason takes over, your work life quietly starts running you. And most people don't even notice when that happens. You don't need to change your job after this video. This isn't about quitting or making dramatic moves. It's about noticing. Because the most dangerous part of work is not being unhappy. It's being comfortable enough to stop questioning why you stay. Most people don't wake up one day and choose the wrong career. They stay because it makes sense, because it looks fine from the outside. And years later, they can't tell the difference between choice and habit anymore. Here's something rarely said. A job doesn't trap you. A reason does. Money, security, validation, fear. None of them are wrong, but when you never revisit the reason, it quietly becomes your limit. So before blaming your boss, your company, or the system, pause. Ask yourself one honest question. Would I still be here if this reason disappeared? Don't answer it now. Just sit with it. Because the moment you start questioning your reason, you start taking your power back. And that's where real change begins. In the next episode, we'll talk about what happens when one reason takes over your work life and how it quietly shapes your decisions. So if you want to understand what's really been driving you, stay with this series. Subscribe if you want to continue the conversation, and I'll see you in the next one.